Hey everyone, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Garrett.
And we're the Supernatural Legends. We're here in Twin Falls, Idaho, our hometown, and we're here to investigate the Orpheum Theatre.
Which you can see right behind us. It is a very old building, very treasured building here in Twin Falls. And we're going to be overnight here to see what we're able to capture. And hopefully it'll be a good video for us. And today we have a very special guest, a very good friend of mine who I've known for 10 plus years. He's going to come investigate with us and see what we're able to capture.
What's up, guys? Happy to be here. Excited to see what the Orpheum has in store for us.
So where do you want to start?
Why is it here though? Kind of against the wall, right?
Oh man.
That's weird.
That's where the shadows. It was right there. Yeah.
Whoa. Is someone just...
I've never heard that before in this area.
Something's going on from the bathroom.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What?
Where does it sound like it's coming from?
That seemed like it came from over there that time.
What about that speaker?
Speaker's off.
The speaker's on.
Yep. All the sound systems are off. The only thing that's on right now is the air, but the air doesn't make that noise.
Okay, now.
Once you guys reach the level on the stairs, I'll flip it off. Okay.
Alright.
See if anything else comes through.
Can you tell us where you're at?
Yep. Okay, now I just felt that cold breeze just come right through here.
Is that you standing over there next
Ow.
to Jared?
Alright you guys, so we are on stage here at the Orpheum Theatre. We wanted to give you guys a first-hand experience from the owner and from the employees themselves, as work with experience. They won't tell us anything super important. We want to try to keep it for ourselves, but they're going to try to tell us some of their own personal experiences. That way we can try to figure out during the investigation if our experiences can correlate with them. So, Jared, you want to introduce yourself to our viewers and kind
Absolutely.
of see what you experienced here for us too.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm Jared, Jared Johnson. I'm the owner and manager of the Orpheum Theatre. And gosh, we've been enjoying our experiences here since late 2014. We had our grand reopening in 2015. And since then, we've had all sorts of fun with our natives, as I like to call them, our residents, as I sometimes refer to them as well. I think that just one of the most fun and amazing things about it is just the sheer amount of response that we get from our local community about it. I mean, through the mediums of email, text messages, phone calls, face-to-face conversations. I mean, we have so many reports of these same incidents recurring
Wow.
over and over and over again. And I mean, I'm not talking about, yeah, I'm not talking 10, 20. I mean, really at this point, with as many years as it has been, we're up into the hundreds for some incidences, and for a couple, I mean, we quite literally have had thousands of interactions with people about specific, very, very specific things that people have experienced from all different ages, all different walks of life, different experiences themselves. But they come here and they say, you know, I happen to come across X or Y, and we go, well, just add another tally mark to that. Clint is someone that I would say is simply far more in tune with that than I am. I'm in here more than anyone else, and I don't have a whole lot of personal experiences with it. But I've heard about enough at this point that it's made me go, yeah, these are all the same things that we're hearing over and over and over again. That's not just coincidence, and that's not just someone yanking anyone's chain, you know?
Right.
But Clint has had, he's had a lot of fun.
It's been a lot of fun, yeah. And I have a theory about why they don't really interact with Jared very much, is because he's the boss. So they might be a little intimidated by him. Especially one of them might be a little bit intimidated by him.
Mm-hmm.
But he owns this place, and they're like,
They want
Yeah.
to keep their
Yeah.
their boundaries. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Keep their space.
Yeah. They don't want they don't want to be booted out of here.
yeah, exactly. What was it? The first time that we were here, we saw up the balcony one of our residents.
So do you like actually like see like sometimes, not like an actual like apparition as far as in that case, like on camera, but do you ever see like that same chair where that apparition was caught, like just sitting there like folded down?
We've seen that. Actors have seen that.
We had someone who was in our current show that we're prepping for come to me and say, hey, who's up in the balcony? I mean,
And this was just recent.
Yeah.
like they
Like
were
last
in
week.
rehearsal.
Yeah.
This was
Right.
last week, it was in rehearsal. They came up and they asked about it. And that's an incredibly common occurrence.
Wow.
Wow.
My
That's-
favorite one is hearing, hey, whose grandma's up there right now? That's my favorite thing to hear.
Oh wow.
She's a shower for sure.
Yeah, she is.
Wow.
We've got a couple that love to show each other themselves, and they love to play around.
Yeah, we hope if they're gonna be active,
Yes.
they're gonna be active.
Did you just hear something?
I heard
There's a
something.
beep. The beep is actually of our.
That one might actually be that one there too.
Yeah.
We have two frequencies that it beeps on, so
Oh.
don't worry, I'll give you the
Right.
frequencies so that you can filter them out exactly.
Okay.
Don't you
It's like-
worry, I'll give you those.
Because I heard it too. I was like,
Yeah.
One thing does like to try to mimic the beeps.
Was it kind of like a female pitch? I just heard it back there.
Yeah, it likes the.
Because I'm like, that one point, like I heard that, I kind of felt like it was like a high pitched voice, like just trying to, like before you even said that.
Yep.
What?
It's hard to tell things because I've experienced so much, and I know basically every spirit here.
Right,
So it's hard to not give away too much to you guys.
right. That was,
I think one of the most fun things about the space though is that, you know, we have the ones that we term as residents, but then we have the ones that we term as visitors.
like how you were saying, when I was talking to you the first time, right.
We get them every now and then. Just something that doesn't belong here is like that someone else will bring in.
All from other people.
Yeah.
Because people bring in attachments sometimes, so they'll stick around for a day or two and then generally leave.
Also, they don't seem very long.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
One of them.
I call them
usually takes-
showgoers.
Yeah.
That's what I call them.
Right.
I mean, they're here for whatever's going on the stage at that time, and when the show's over, they head out. Or at least that's how I like to look at it.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
that gives us, in a way, it sort of helps us reconcile the fact that there's absolutely some things that have been have been pretty well experienced here, and yet they don't get seen ever again.
Yes.
I mean,
Okay.
there's definitely some people that give you stuff, and you're like, you're full of it.
The last investigation that we did here was with one of our dear friends, and we were up there in the dance studios. That's where he had his own home base set up, and we're just clicking through the monitors. And as someone's clicking through, you just see the mouse go and yanked from their hand. Yeah. And that one, they like to play with people.
Okay. Interesting.
Yep.
They have fun with people. It's like they don't mean it out of malicious intent. They're just playing.
Just
having
playing
fun.
with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, that leads me to the next thing, is that, you know, we've got one major rule that we have here. When anyone comes in to visit with our residents or anything like that, and that is, we don't antagonize them.
No.
So that's
Right.
our biggest thing.
Right.
And I've already talked with you about that, and you said, yeah,
Yeah.
we don't do that. But
Right,
that's
exactly.
a point that we make with everyone who comes in and asks about them. You know, we say, yeah, you don't invoke things in a malicious way. Just don't do that.
Exactly.
That's weird.
It did
Okay.
actually take a photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During our video.
You
Yeah.
could hear the shutter go.
Yeah. During our video.
Like, we haven't actually started investigating yet.
That's pretty par for the course for us.
So, we were talking to you guys about earlier about how things would get corrupted, right?
Right.
And how memory cards or USB cable or USB plugins would get corrupted. I used to have a plasma ball that I would use, and it just helped with creating more energy.
Oh, right.
And they fried it.
What?
Completely fried it.
Lasted 60 seconds.
Yeah. Like, it got so hot that I was like, okay,
Was
we
it
gotta
kind
stop
of-
using this.
Was it like an EMF pump to come like generate more?
It's like one of those hand plasma balls that you could touch and you could tell where someone is touching it.
Oh, like one of those like
The ones that
static
you can
balls.
find at like Spencer's or Hot Topic.
Yes. Okay. I know what you're talking about.
And, you know, one of the things that we did, because we like to think about, you know, well, when this stuff happens, could it be, is there another reason for it? You know, the thing was grounded. I mean, it had a ground line in it. So it wasn't a shock back. We didn't blow any breakers on it. So there was no spark coming out of the outlet or anything like that. I mean, it's all incredibly new electrical. So
Oh wow.
that's one of the things that we looked at and said, okay.
It was less than a few months old and they fried it. Like, it
That's
was
nuts.
toast. I was like, dang it. Because it worked so well on other investigations. And we tried to use it here. And it started to work because you could see where,
Oh, it worked.
yeah, where they were touching it.
Wow.
Yeah, it worked.
So I highly recommend one of those.
Okay.
Just be careful because they might fry it, especially here.
Just out of curiosity, like this thought just came into my mind. So, do the spirits here like interact like with certain people who like they like maybe target like who might have possible
latch, yeah.
abilities?
They love.
They'll latch.
So the playful one loves parents, mothers, and people that they know.
Okay.
So the fact that they don't know you, three, she probably won't come out to you guys at first.
Okay. So
She'll attach to me or to Jared, but most likely me because I know her.
right.
He's familiar.
Yeah, and if you guys have kids of your own and you show her that you guys are dads, she'll come out.
Okay.
Okay.
So
All
that
right,
would
so
be
that'll be you.
That'd be Josh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
How much more do you want us to give you?
So I had this weird, like, just now just kind of popped in my head. So before coming here, like last weekend, I started feeling sick. You could tell in my voice, but my voice is gone. And I was just like, out of the blue, I was fine, and all of a sudden, just one day, just got like really, like just lethargic, aches, chills, everything and whatnot. And I kept having these like, I didn't tell anybody this until just now, that I kept having like these just our dreams or something about this place. And for some reason, I wasn't sure if like this was actually happened, this actually is no occurrence or not, but I felt like maybe something was trying to like communicate with me as far as possibly, as far as like affecting me before I came here, like trying to make its presence known, saying, okay, you guys are gonna maybe, you're coming onto our territory, we're trying to make ourselves known or warn you guys or something, because up until just now, I've just barely started getting better, like just yesterday and today.
So this place, it doesn't have anything malevolent. It doesn't have anything that's mean or anything like that.
Right.
We do have a couple honorees, but they're not going to hurt anyone. They just want to be left alone for the most part, and they don't like it when he's around. It is the basement, the basement.
Okay.
They don't like Jared because back in the 20s, there was a speakeasy that happened down here. Or supposedly.
Really?
Yeah, supposedly.
We have a room down there which is covered in alcohol stains on
Yeah.
the carpet that's still there, and it smells like it too.
Oh, really?
So,
Oh, yeah.
that's kind of what we think was happening. And anytime that he's down there or anything like that, we hear this high-pitched whistle, like a dog whistle almost, and it hurts.
Wow.
I need to find that recording and I'll send it to you. Like, you could hear it on the recording, and it hurts.
It's a high-pitched ring.
Yeah, it's like
It's bizarre.
it's like when you have the phone apps and someone plays with it and it goes they go all the way up to high-pitched whistling, like the kind of noise.
Right.
Yeah, it hurt.
Wow. My ears are gonna already start making, it's like
Yeah,
it's like
you get like that tingle, like, I don't want to hear it again, but I do.
It's a return for it, man.
Yeah. Again, the last time we were on an investigation here, he had left early, and then all of a sudden, those ones down there were talking, and we had
Really?
mentioned his name, and they stopped.
Wow.
They didn't talk to us. They're like, the last things that they had said to us were, leave, get out. So if there was a speakeasy that was happening down there, they don't want to get caught by the boss.
Right.
They don't want to get caught by the owners.
Right.
So they want to be kind of on the down low.
Right.
So that's what we think is happening, is that why they don't really talk unless you don't mention this man's name here.
Oh, wow.
And like I said, I mean, it's one of these things where, I have the least amount of actual incidents and occurrences with any of them, but
Right.
because I'm the point of contact. I'm the one that hears about absolutely everything. And of course, I'm also the one that, the employees come to and go, I'm taking my lunch early. We'll see you later.
Getting out of here.
Yeah.
So, stuff like that. And I mean, in a way that makes sense to me, that there's some, I mean, you had termed it as avoidance at one point. So in a way that makes sense to me, but yeah, it's still fascinating, 100% fascinating.
Right.
How that all comes to be.
Yeah. Have there been any disturbances during shows?
We keep getting, I've heard it before, where this last wing over here, sometimes the second one, people will see someone put their head around the wing. And he's tall. He's super tall. I've seen him before. Don't know what it is, but it's just like a
Like peeking around the
thing.
corner.
Like, and it's obvious. It's so obvious. And it's like, I've been up there in the spot tower before. I'm like, hey, stage manager, who's peeking around the corner? No one. Like, no one's on this side. That one. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, we've heard about that one too.
So it's like this, the second curtain we
Yeah.
right here,
This
over
one
here,
on
over
the
here.
side. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah. They. Whatever that one is,
So is it taller than that blue cable?
it's about as tall as that. Yeah.
Josh, you want to film this over here real quick? See if you can get it.
About 6.5 feet tall.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit shorter, but it's pretty tall.
Right.
Like,
Can you see it, Josh, on
That's
camera?
like 6'5". Well,
yeah, it's.
yeah, that's up there, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's one of the things that we've run into before. We've had occurrences of all sorts. You know, we've seen orbs.
Seen orbs, you'll hear the pitter patter of footsteps when you're downstairs and no one's on the stage.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so like it's like you're downstairs.
you're
and
downstairs
you
in
hear
the
people
dressing rooms.
lining up across the
Yeah.
on the stage.
Oh, man, footsteps creep me out.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have a fun time tonight.
Just be prepared. We're going to have a fun time.
So, I mean, there's so much more that we could tell you guys. But I think that the best thing is for you guys to go and just see what you find yourselves.
Right.
And if you want to reconvene about it, we're more than happy to.
Right.
So,
Yeah, 'cause I was going to say, because when you mentioned that occurrence as far as that second curtain right here, that's where I had my experience during the show. Like, it was just like right in front of this, but it was coming like it was protruding through the curtain out this way.
Might have been. It might have been whoever that is, because I don't know that one.
oh, it's him.
It's him.
That's it.
It's him.
I think it's absolutely him.
It might be him.
There's no one else that has their run of the stage.
True. You guys can figure out who he is. He makes himself very known.
No.
He's quiet, but like in a stern way.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
he's one of those ones that he's got a job to do, and he's
Okay.
just staying on schedule. So if you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing, he'll let you know.
Okay, I think we kind of heard about that one too, as far as just do the rumor chain, I guess. But the rumor chain, that makes sense.
Like one last thing that we used to have a weird box over here that was kind of like a big in the way stairwell box, and there was a fire exit on the other side of it that you could walk into. But if you were over by that fire exit, if you opened the door or anything like that, he'd let you know by hitting the other side of that fire exit.
Really?
Yeah, he did not like people over there. That wasn't supposed to be over there.
Wow.
Because people would play with that door.
Right.
Yeah. And now it's like on the other side of the walkway over here.
There's no access to it now.
Yeah.
We redid that when we redid the stairwell here.
He still doesn't like it when people are over there, but if people are going up there now, they have a reason to.
Oh, okay.
Instead of just being by a door, just to be by a door.
Right.
That could potentially just let them walk out or open it and let someone else in. So he protects this area.
So, have you ever done the Estes method before?
Yes.
Okay, so do you get a lot from the Estes method when you're talking to her? Again, that laugh just sounds like, okay, yeah, they've gotten some
Yeah.
experience
I'm going
here.
to take that as a yes.
So,
Yeah.
again, we had a lot going on the last time we were here. My girlfriend was here, and we were actually, Tim Yene, who is one of the investigators that was here last time, he and I were standing right about here, and there was another show going on at the time, so we couldn't really go backstage very much because there was a lot of stuff, and we didn't want to trip or anything like that. She sat right about here. Put headphones on, blindfold, and
Right.
we all tried it at first. And when I tried it, I just got the typical yes, no. I don't
Nothing
know
was
what
coming
to- yeah.
through on the sweeps or
But when
anything.
she tried it, she went a little too deep in, and it
Oh,
was
really?
able to take over her. And she didn't
hear
mean
that?
to. Yeah. The,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it sounded like it just came from over there.
Is that the fire thing?
Nope.
no, that wasn't.
Oh.
So that was an actual voice then.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was able to take over and
Also, she's like,
possess but not. Yeah, like she didn't do it out of malicious intent.
Right.
Because she didn't know better, and neither did my girlfriend, because this was her first investigation, and I'm getting goosebumps just
And I was
thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm getting the goosebumps on you right now when you were just saying about that.
But we're asking questions, like, who are you? Like, what are you doing here? And she was giving us full sentences that weren't coming from the spirit box, and they weren't spirit box answers. What? Yeah.
Wow. So she's like, just like
Yeah.
she was.
She was before the response.
And was she wearing noise canceling headphones?
Yep. Noise canceling.
Oh.
We couldn't hear a thing. And she had her eyes closed and everything. And Tim looks at me. He goes, "These aren't normal spirit box questions." I was like, "No." And you're like, she's too fast with the answers.
So it was like there was no delayed reaction. It was just like
Yeah.
boom, like as soon as you asked
It's
the
like
question, she's like this.
It was like a conversation, like
It's like she
you
was
and I.
sitting right there.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
It
Wow.
was, and so he walks up to her and puts his hand on her lightly, and he's face to face with her. I'm holding the camera, and she jumps back because it was still her, but not my girlfriend.
Oh right. Okay. So she was like.
And then that moment that she jumped back, she left, and my girlfriend started crying because it was just all that energy just released.
released out of her. Yeah.
And she was done for the night. She's
Oh
like, "I'm
my
gonna go
God.
upstairs and hang out in the home base area, so we're done for the night."
That's insane. Well-
And now after that was when the mouse got yanked
Got
out
pulled out.
because she was slightly attached to her, like still slightly attached to her.
Right. Because I've known like when you do the S method, they say not to go
Don't go
too.
forward.
Yeah. Don't go for too long. So otherwise, you can kind of
You get
slip under and.
Yeah, you get possessed. It's easy for that to happen. But nothing here is going to hurt you.
Right.
Nothing here is going to harm you. Like everything here is. They're theater people. They're
Right.
wonderful. They're theater watchers. They're drinkers. Some will go downstairs. They're drinkers.
Right.
So nothing here is going to hurt you or harm you. They're just as curious about you as you were about them.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. So they're trying to figure us out as
Yes.
we're trying to figure them out
Yep.
at the same time. Okay.
So when you guys first get started, you might not get a whole lot of responses because they're reading you.
Right.
They're trying to be like friend or foe.
Right.
Because of the one group that came in here and that was antagonizing them and poking at them.
Right.
They're very,
Should we respond or should we not?
yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
And I highly, if you want to use your, allow them to use your energy, you tend to get a lot more quicker responses that way.
Okay. Interesting. To kind of like.
They love it because she loves being on the stage. He loves being on the stage. He loves this theater. And every speaker here loves this theater. And Jared loves this theater. And I love this theater.
Right.
And so yeah.
I mean, this theater is iconic here in this town. It's like when you think about Twin Falls, it's one of the first things. If you're a native here, like I am, and same with Kevin here,
Yeah.
this is what you think of.
Yes.
Like it's just part of the town's history.
Here, it's like a walk in the park.
Right.
It's a lovely walk in the park.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
A bit more. Not as
It still makes you want to defecate yourself when you see something. You're like, but it again. They're curious about you. You're curious about them. You're trying to figure each other out. So
interesting. So I guess
getting goosebumps.
This is the light that the stage hands leave out for the spirits to perform their own shows by after the show is completed. We have it here for safety and also just so people can do their shows if they want to do them. That's what we have it for. Sometimes within seconds, a ghost light will be brought out to center stage and set and lit immediately.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
know that.
fast.
Stage is yours.